The Grand Council chamber floated in the center of the galaxy, a ring of light and metal suspended over endless stars. Delegates from 100 species sat in silence, their forms tall, small, scaled, smooth, or wrapped in energy fields. This council decided the fate of worlds. Empires rose and fell here. Wars were started with calm voices and polite words. Today's meeting was meant to be routine. Trade routes. Border disputes. Minor rebellions on distant colonies. No one expected fear. At the far end of the chamber, an old archivist stepped forward. His species was ancient, older than most star nations in the room. His movements were slow, careful, as if every step carried weight. In his hands was a small data prism, dark and unmarked. Many delegates barely looked at him. "Esteemed council," the archivist said. His voice was thin, but steady. "I request permission to open a sealed record." A low murmur spread through the chamber. Sealed records were rare. Dangerous. Most were locked away for good reason. The council speaker tilted her head. "State the origin." "The First Age Archives," the archivist replied. That caught attention. Those records came from a time before current empires. Before most species had reached the stars. "Proceed," the speaker said, after a pause. The archivist placed the prism on the central platform. Light burst outward, forming a large holographic display. Symbols appeared, old and sharp, written in a language few still understood. The system translated slowly. Then a single line formed, clear and simple. "Do not draw Earth's gaze." The chamber was silent for half a second. Then laughter broke out. A tall insectoid delegate clicked in amusement. "Earth? That forgotten rock. It barely registers on modern maps." Another voice followed. "A death world with internal wars and weak technology. This is what your sealed record warns us about." Even the speaker allowed a faint smile. "Archivist, explain why this deserves the council's time." The archivist did not smile. He looked tired. Old. "This warning appears in every major collapse record," he said. "Different languages. Different eras. Same message." He gestured, and the display shifted. Star maps appeared. Bright civilizations marked in gold, then fading to red, then vanishing. "These empires challenged many enemies," the archivist continued. "Some lost wars. Some fell to internal decay. But all of these shared one action." The lights zoomed in on a small, blue-green star system. "They interfered with Earth." The laughter faded. A reptilian warlord leaned forward. "Interfered how?" "Raids. Occupations. Experiments. Blockades," the archivist said. "Sometimes even accidental harm." The warlord snorted. "And Earth destroyed them?" "There are no records of human fleets." The archivist nodded slowly. "Correct. There are no records, because those who faced Earth directly did not survive to record it." The chamber shifted uneasily. One delegate spoke softly. "Humans are not known as conquerors." "They are not," the archivist agreed. "They are known as survivors." The display changed again. Images of Earth appeared. Storms. Volcanoes. Wars between humans themselves. Cities rising, burning, and rebuilding. "Earth is quiet," the archivist said. "Not because it is weak. But because it learned the cost of attention." The speaker raised a hand. "This is speculation. The galaxy has advanced far beyond primitive worlds." "Advanced, yes," the archivist replied. "Wise? I am not sure." He enlarged the warning again. Just the words. No images. No weapons. No threats. Do not draw Earth's gaze. Earth does not rush to war, he said. It watches. It waits. When it acts, it ends problems, not battles. The insectoid delegate waved dismissively. Fear myths belong in museums. The council will not halt expansion over old stories. Several delegates nodded in agreement. The speaker straightened. Archivist, your concern is noted. The warning will remain archived. This council will move forward. The light dimmed. The prism powered down. The archivist bowed, but his eyes remained fixed on the darkened screen. As delegates returned to their discussions, far from the council chamber, something old stirred. Deep within Earth's hidden networks, silent systems recorded new movements near their borders. Long-unused protocols awakened. Ancient safeguards began to count again. Earth had not spoken. But Earth had noticed. And in the void between stars, the warning echoed, ignored, unread, and moments away from becoming reality. The warning was archived, sealed behind layers of protocol and pride. The Grand Council moved on. Beyond the chamber, the galaxy kept expanding. In the outer regions, a rising power known as the Velker Dominion pushed its borders forward. Their fleets were vast, their weapons refined through centuries of conquest. They believed in control through strength, and silence through fear. To them, Earth was nothing. A blue world sitting alone. No alliances. No tribute fleets. No visible defense lines. An empty prize, the Velker High Commander said as he studied the star map. We claim the nearby systems. Earth will learn its place. His officers agreed. Their scans showed no patrol fleets. No warning beacons. No response signals. Just silence. Velker ships began to move. Massive carriers slipped into nearby systems, setting up stations and resource platforms. Mining began. Traffic lanes formed close to Earth space. Still, nothing. No human message. No protest. No threat. The Dominion took this as confirmation. They fear us, one officer said. They are primitive, said another. They do not understand power. From Earth, the stars looked the same as always. Clouds moved over oceans. Night lights glowed across continents. Ships traveled between planets, calm and orderly. No panic filled human channels. No speeches reached the stars. But beneath the surface, quiet systems awakened. Old satellites adjusted their orbits. Deep space sensors that had not moved in decades turned their gaze outward. Artificial minds, long dormant, resumed their calculations. Earth did not shout. Earth observed. The Velker Dominion pushed closer. One patrol crossed an invisible boundary, drifting just inside Earth's outer defense radius. Their sensors detected faint signals, old, weak, and scattered. The Velker commander laughed. Is that their shield? I expected more. He ordered a probe launched toward Earth's moon. It transmitted data freely. No interference. No warning shots. The galaxy watched. Smugglers spread the story fast. Earth had become a joke. A relic world too afraid to resist. Even some council members began to doubt the ancient archivist. But then, small things began to go wrong. Velker ships near Earth experienced brief sensor failures. Navigation systems corrected themselves too late. Communication delays grew longer, not shorter. Engineers blamed calibration errors. Then one mining station near Earth's outer belt went dark. No explosion. No debris. Just silence. A rescue ship was sent. It never reported back. Concern grew, but pride remained stronger. This is coincidence, the High Commander said. Push forward. Another fleet moved closer. This time, Earth responded. Not with weapons. With a message. It appeared on Velker command screens without warning. No encryption to break. No signal source to trace. Simple text, white against black. Turn back. The bridge went silent. Where did this come from? An officer asked. No known channel, another replied. It bypassed all filters. The High Commander's eyes narrowed. A bluff. He ordered the message ignored. The text vanished. Moments later, something else appeared. A star map. It showed Velker space. Core worlds. Shipyards. Hidden supply routes. Even secret bases known only to their highest command. One by one, markers blinked red. The message returned. We see you. Fear crept into the bridge, slow and cold. This is impossible, an officer whispered. Our networks are isolated. The High Commander clenched his claws. Identify the source. They could not. Then the map zoomed out. Past Velker space. Past the Council worlds. Past known borders. It stopped at Earth. No fleet icons appeared. No weapons platforms. Just the planet. Quiet. Waiting. The message changed one final time. Do not make US look twice. The screen went dark. Across the galaxy, sensors picked up strange movements in deep space. Not fleets. Not weapons. Preparations. Earth had not attacked. But the galaxy finally understood something was wrong. The warning had never been a threat. It was mercy. And the Velker Dominion had just tested its limit. The galaxy did not sleep that cycle. Across dozens of star systems, sensors began to report things that did not make sense. Gravity ripples appeared where there were no stars. Background radiation shifted in slow, careful patterns. Navigation beacons drifted off their normal paths, as if space itself was being adjusted. At first, officials blamed natural causes. Then the reports kept coming. In Velker space, commanders watched their tactical screens with growing fear. Ship icons flickered. Range readings changed without warning. The stars looked wrong. It feels like something is moving, one officer said. But there is nothing there. The High Commander did not answer. His eyes were fixed on the dark areas between systems. Empty space had never felt so crowded. Far away, the Grand Council reconvened in emergency session. Voices overlapped. Fear replaced pride. This is not war, one delegate said. It is preparation. Another whispered, Earth is aligning the board. The ancient archivist stood at the edge of the chamber again. This time, no one laughed. I told you, he said quietly. Earth does not rush. It positions. In deep space near Earth's outer boundary, something finally appeared. Not a fleet. A single structure emerged from folded space, slow and deliberate. It was not large by galactic standards, but its presence bent sensors and muted sound. It carried no visible weapons. No markings. No flags. Just human design. Observers across the galaxy detected it at the same moment. Their systems struggled to describe it. Not a ship, some said. Not a station. It was a node. Velker scouts approached carefully, weapons charged. As they closed in, their power systems drained without warning. Engines failed. Shields collapsed. The ships drifted, helpless. No shot was fired. The human structure sent a broadcast. This time, it was not just text. A voice filled the channels, calm and steady. Attention to all vessels operating near Sol. The name hit like a shockwave. Earth had spoken its system's old name. You have crossed a boundary you were warned about. This message will repeat once. Across Velker space, commanders listened in silence. "We do not seek territory," the voice continued. "We do not demand tribute. We protect stability. You are disrupting it." The High Commander finally spoke. "This is Velker space. You have no authority here." There was a pause. Then the human voice replied, unchanged. "Authority is proven by outcome." Suddenly, across Velker systems, ships shut down. Not destroyed. Disabled. Fleets that had taken centuries to build became silent metal shells, drifting in perfect alignment. Supply routes froze. Shipyards locked. Command networks went dark. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Earth was not attacking. Earth was turning the lights off. On the council floor, delegates stood without speaking. Some trembled. Others stared at the stars beyond the chamber walls. "They could have done this at any time," someone whispered. The archivist nodded. "Yes. And they chose not to." The human structure near Sol shifted position slightly. Space folded again. Another node appeared, then another, forming a quiet chain across nearby systems. Not an invasion. A perimeter. The human voice returned. "This is a correction. You will withdraw. Your people will live. Your empire will continue, changed." The High Commander slammed his claw against the console. "And if we refuse?" There was no anger in the reply. "Then we will finish the lesson." Across the galaxy, ancient sensors activated, ones older than current empires. They recognized the pattern. The same pattern seen before great collapses. Earth was not escalating. Earth had already arrived. Velker ships began to pull back, slowly, carefully, as if afraid of breaking something fragile. Disabled systems came back online only when they crossed a certain distance from Sol. Every commander understood the message. Stay away. In the council chamber, the speaker finally addressed the archivist. "What happens now?" The archivist looked at Earth's distant star, shining calmly among billions. "Now," he said, "the galaxy learns why the warning was written." The human nodes held their positions. Silent. Watching. Earth had looked back. And nothing would ever feel the same again. The galaxy changed its behavior. Trade routes shifted away from Sol. Patrols adjusted their paths. Expansion plans were rewritten in careful language. Worlds that once raced for power now paused to think. Earth's perimeter remained. The human nodes did not move closer. They did not spread. They simply stayed where they were, silent and exact, like lines drawn by a steady hand. The Velker Dominion withdrew its fleets in full. No speeches were made. No threats followed. Their empire survived, but it carried a scar. Not of defeat, but of understanding. In the weeks that followed, scholars across the galaxy searched old archives with new eyes. Files once marked as legends were reopened. Stories dismissed as myths were translated again. Patterns emerged. Long ago, before current star maps, there had been cycles. Civilizations rose fast, expanded without care, and then vanished. Not destroyed by superweapons. Not erased by plague. They simply collapsed. Their fleets failed. Their systems went dark. Their alliances fell apart. Survivors scattered and never returned to power. And in every case, there was a note. Sometimes clear. Sometimes hidden. Do not draw Earth's gaze. The ancient archivist returned to the council chamber, this time invited, not ignored. He brought with him a record older than the council itself. "This," he said, "is from the first Guardians." The display showed symbols unlike any current language. They were not human, he explained. But they watched Earth closely. The record spoke of a young species on a harsh world. A species that fought itself, learned from pain, and adapted faster than any other known life. Earth was unstable, the archivist said. But it was also balanced. Humans did not seek control of others. They sought survival. As the galaxy grew crowded, early empires tried to shape everything they touched. Earth resisted quietly. It learned. It waited. When the Guardians fell, the archivist continued, they left one instruction behind. The screen showed the words again. Do not draw Earth's gaze. Not because Earth was cruel. Because Earth was final. The council speaker listened in silence. Why did Earth withdraw from the galaxy? The archivist answered softly. Because they saw what power does to those who chase it. Humans chose distance. Not weakness. On Earth, life continued as it always had. Children went to school. Cities planned futures. Ships traveled between planets with routine calm. Most humans did not even know how close the galaxy had come to disaster. Earth's systems handled the rest. The human nodes monitored activity, not with anger, but with patience. Threat levels dropped. Stability returned. Slowly, carefully. In distant systems, alien leaders taught new lessons to their young. Expansion without respect leads to silence. Power invites attention. And some attention ends stories. Years passed. The human perimeter did not grow. It did not need to. The galaxy adjusted itself around it, like water flowing around stone. At the edge of Velker space, the High Commander stood alone, watching the stars. His empire still lived. His fleet still flew. But he no longer dreamed of conquest. He remembered the moment the lights went out. The calm voice. The choice that had been given. Mercy, wrapped in warning. Back in the council chamber, a new record was sealed. Not hidden. Not classified. Displayed openly for all who entered. A simple message, written in every known language. Earth does not seek your fear. Earth seeks balance. Do not make it look twice. Far away, Sol shone quietly. No banners. No fleets on display. No threats sent outward. Just a world that had learned long ago when to speak, and when silence was enough. The warning had terrified the galaxy. The truth reshaped it. And Earth returned its gaze to the stars, calm once more, waiting only in case it was ever needed again.